Pay attention, because what I'm about to tell you could change the way you interact with women. If you've ever felt confused, unsure why certain behaviors push women away, or why some of your actions seem to lower your value without you realizing it, this video is for you. But first, a warning. If you ignore these truths, you'll keep making the same mistakes and paying the price for them. However, if you watch this video until the end, you'll discover the 10 things that truly smart men never do with women. If you manage to avoid them, you'll notice an immediate transformation in how women see and respect you. Pay close attention, because the last behavior I'm going to reveal is the most destructive of all. It could be pushing quality women away, making you lose respect, and even sabotaging your own masculinity without you realizing it. If you want to be a high-value man, one who commands respect and admiration, stay with me until the end. But first, ask yourself, why do some men seem to have a natural magnetism with women, while others struggle to be noticed? The problem isn't your looks or your money, it's your attitude. There are behaviors that make you stand out as a strong, confident man, while others turn you into someone women tolerate, but never truly desire. And the worst part? Most men make these mistakes without even realizing it. Now imagine this. You meet an amazing woman. Everything seems to be going well, but without knowing it, you're making a fatal mistake. Little by little, she starts losing interest. Her messages get shorter, her enthusiasm fades, and before you know it, she sees you more as a friend than an attractive man. You don't understand what happened. You thought you were being kind, attentive, making an effort, but you made a mistake that a smart man would never make. And that's exactly what I'm going to show you now. I'm going to reveal the 10 behaviors that push women away, destroy their respect for you, and make you look weak. You might think you're doing everything right, that you're following the correct path. But if you keep making these mistakes, you'll just be another man in the crowd, ignored, rejected, and with no control over your emotional life. And the scariest part? These mistakes are silent. You might be making them right now without even realizing it. Only after watching this video will you finally understand where you've been going wrong. If you want to know what smart men never do with women, if you want to be a man who commands respect, attracts women naturally, and never feels insecure around them, stay until the end. Quick warning. This video is not for men who are unwilling to change. There's no point in watching it if you're going to keep doing the same things. This video is for those who want to become the best version of themselves, who are tired of being ignored or rejected, and who finally want to understand what separates weak men from real men. So, if you're ready for this transformation, subscribe, like this video, and turn on notifications, because here we talk about real personal development, no sugarcoating. Now, let's get to it. The first 5 things smart men never do with women. 1. Putting women on a pedestal. This is a fatal mistake. When you place a woman above yourself, when you treat her as if she's doing you a favor by being with you, you automatically lose respect. Women don't respect men who act like they're beneath them. The rule is simple: admire but never worship. Respect but never beg for attention. High-value men don't seek validation by constantly flattering women. They know their value comes from within. 2. Always being available. If you're always there, always chasing, always texting first, always saying yes to everything, you're showing that you have no life of your own. Smart men understand that mystery and unpredictability are essential for attraction. If she feels you're always available, that there's no challenge, she'll lose interest. Solution: have your own life. Focus on your projects and goals. Don't be a man who lives only to please. 3. Being afraid to lose her. When you act out of fear, you become weak in her eyes. A confident man knows that if a woman leaves his life, a better one will come along. He doesn't act desperate, nor does he try to control the situation. Remember, women detect fear quickly, and when they do, attraction disappears. A smart man isn't afraid to lose a woman because he knows his life moves forward with or without her. 4. Sharing your emotional problems. Too soon. This might sound controversial, but listen carefully. It doesn't mean you should suppress your emotions, but there is a right time to express vulnerability. In the early stages of a relationship, unloading your problems can make you seem unstable. Women naturally seek strong men who can handle challenges without constantly seeking validation. 5. Tolerating disrespect. This can come in the form of tests, sarcasm, inappropriate jokes, or lack of reciprocity. If a woman doesn't respect you from the start, don't try to change that. The biggest mistake many men make is allowing bad behavior in hopes that over time she'll value them more. But that never happens. When you allow someone to mistreat you, you're teaching them that it's acceptable. A high-value man respects himself first. Want to know more? If you truly want to be a smart, respected, and desirable man, pay attention to the next 5 behaviors you must eliminate immediately. Men who understand this transform their lives, while those who ignore it remain trapped in the same mistakes over and over again. So tell me, do you want to keep being just another guy? Or do you want to take control of your life? If you want to discover the last 5 fatal mistakes and how to avoid them, keep watching this video until the end. Because what comes next could be the difference between being a high-value man or being completely ignored. Stay tuned and get ready for the truth no one has told you. The last 5 things smart men never do with women. So far, we've talked about 5 fatal mistakes that can make you lose respect and attraction. But what comes next is even more important. These last 5 behaviors are the most destructive, the ones that can completely ruin your image and turn you into a man with no appeal or authority. If you truly want to be a high-value man, you must eliminate them immediately. So pay close attention and stay until the end, because the last mistake is the most dangerous of all. 6. Trying to convince a woman to like you. This is a huge mistake, but surprisingly common. If a woman isn't genuinely interested in you, insisting, trying to prove your worth, or convincing her with words won't work. Attraction isn't a logical debate. You can't make a woman desire you just by presenting rational arguments. Trying to prove to her that you're the best man for her, that you'd be an ideal partner, or that she should give you a chance makes you look desperate and needy. High-value men never try to convince a woman to like them. If she truly wants to be with you, you won't need to convince her. The solution is simple. If she's not showing interest, move on. Don't waste your time. Not everyone will like you, and you shouldn't want to be liked by everyone. 7. Compromising your principles just to please her. Have you ever changed your personality just to fit in with a woman? This mistake is more common than you think. Men who change their opinions just to avoid arguments. Men who start listening to certain music or doing things they never liked just because a woman prefers them. Men who tolerate disrespect just because they're afraid of losing a woman's attention. This is a sign of weakness. Women respect men who have firm values, who know what they want, and who don't change their essence to please anyone. This doesn't mean you can't adapt in a relationship, but if you compromise your identity just to be liked, you'll lose her respect, and attraction will fade. If she truly likes you, it will be for who you are, not for who you try to be. 8. Being too emotional and reactive. This mistake is deadly for attraction. Women quickly lose interest in men who can't control their emotions. Examples of this include losing your temper when she doesn't reply to a message quickly, acting impulsively out of jealousy or insecurity, creating drama or constantly complaining. This reflects emotional immaturity. A high-value man maintains control over his emotions. This doesn't mean he doesn't feel, but he doesn't let his emotions control him. Women are attracted to men who can stay calm in any situation because it shows confidence, maturity, and strength. If you're a man who easily loses his composure, overreacts, or lets emotions take over without thinking, work on your self-discipline and emotional intelligence. 9. Depending on a woman for your happiness. This is one of the most destructive mistakes. Many men, once they enter a relationship, abandon their friends, hobbies, and ambitions. They place all their happiness in a woman's hands. This is a fatal mistake. When a man becomes dependent on a relationship to feel complete, attraction disappears. Why? Because women don't want to be the center of your world. They are attracted to men with purpose, men who have a fulfilling and interesting life. If you make a woman your only source of happiness, she will feel that pressure and over time lose interest. The key is to be complete on your own. If your relationship ends, your life continues. You don't need anyone to feel fulfilled. Emotional independence is key to being a high-value man. 10. Believing you need a woman to feel fulfilled. This is the most dangerous mistake of all. We live in a society that has taught us that a man is only successful if he has a woman by his side. But this is completely false. The truth is, no woman can fill the void of a man who isn't complete on his own. If you think your life will only have meaning when you find the perfect woman, you're putting your happiness in the hands of something external. True success doesn't depend on a relationship. True success comes from within. First, build your life, find your mission, and develop your purpose. When you focus on growing as a man, everything else falls into place naturally. The right woman will come into your life, not because you need her, but because you're already a complete man. And that is the most attractive thing you can be. Final reflection. Now that you know the 10 behaviors that a smart man should never adopt with a woman, I have a question for you. What will you do with this information? Knowing these things is just the first step. What really matters is putting them into practice. From this moment on, start observing yourself. Ask yourself, have I ever tried to convince a woman to like me? Have I changed my personality just to fit in? Have I placed a woman at the center of my life and lost my identity? If you answered yes to any of these questions, don't worry, you're not alone. Most men have made these mistakes at least once, but the problem isn't failing. The real problem is continuing to make these mistakes without being aware of them. The good news is, you can change all of this starting today. Truly valuable men aren't the ones who never fail. They're the ones who learn and evolve. Change comes from awareness and making small adjustments in your behavior. And those small changes can lead to huge improvements in your results. What you'll notice when you start changing. Once you start applying this, you'll notice something incredible. Women will start seeing you differently. They will perceive you as a man with purpose, confidence, and leadership. You won't act out of desperation, but from self-assurance. Genuine attraction doesn't come from words. It comes from your energy and behavior. From now on, when you talk to a woman, remember everything we've discussed. Maintain your posture, your energy, and your value. If you notice you're forcing a connection, stop. If you realize you're putting her above yourself, reflect on it. Men who master their emotions, who know their worth and have a clear purpose are respected everywhere. What's the next step? If this content resonated with you, here's what you should do right now. 1. Subscribe to the channel so you don't miss more valuable content. 2. Like this video if you found it helpful. Comment below. Which of these behaviors have you seen in other men or in yourself? And which one are you willing to change? See you in the next video. The choice is yours. Keep making the same mistakes or take action now. The future is in your hands.